Hello again, it's Joe. Hi. Can't see my face this time, that's even better. So, in my last video, I made some sugar cookies. Or the one before that, depending on when we show this. Anyway, in my previous video, I made sugar cookies. So I'm now going to show you a couple of technique, well, a technique of how you could make them. So we're going to make Snowman Biscuits. You've probably seen loads of pictures of like melted Snowman Biscuits. I'm going to show you a version using royal icing, our good old sugar cookies, bit of royal icing, and some good old marshmallows. So hopefully this works, because this is a whole new video filming technique. And just as a pre-warning, we're in New Zealand. We've just had a fairly big earthquake, and about a couple of minutes ago we had an aftershock. So if it starts rocking, it's not me. It's because we're having another earthquake. But hopefully, fingers crossed, Mother Nature is on our side. So let us begin. Going to move you down here. So this is our lovely biscuit that we made. Nice and round, nice and sturdy, good base to ice on. And this is some royal icing. If you don't know how to make royal icing, it is literally just egg whites and icing sugar. There is a video where I made Pokemon biscuits, and in that video is how to make royal icing and how to make it the right consistency to flood things like we're going to do now. So you can have a look at that. I'll make sure that the link floats around here somewhere, or if not, look in the description and there should be a link to the video. So let's give this a try. So these are melted snowmen. We need a big melty puddle. So to start with, we're going to use a thick royal icing to pipe. Apart from this is sat in a piping bag too long and now it's gone hard. Let's try again. To pipe an outline of a muddy puddle. So with royal icing, you need to give yourself a bit of height to work with. It's probably not the best. I'll show you again. You need to give yourself a bit of height to work with, because that will give you control over what you're piping. And make sure that your icing is nice and thick, because it's then much easier to work with. So I'm using a #1 piping tube. You can use whatever size you like. This is really small for fine detailed work. I'm also using a paper bag, but if you feel like it and you feel like you can control it, you can use plastic as well. So I'll show you another one. That's enough of them ones for now, and then we'll get on to flooding, which is the best bit and is dead easy. So big lump of white icing on my hand as always. Get rid of that. In this bag here, I've got some royal icing that I've let down with some water, and you will see when I snip the end off, it's really runny. So what we're going to do, using the line we've just piped as a barrier, is just drop a big chunk in the middle, and using a cocktail stick or a toothpick, whatever you want to call them. That probably wasn't the best idea. No, I've just took that off. Just fix that line. Using a cocktail stick, you are just literally gonna push it around to fill it in. I always think of this as like painting with icing. You can make all sorts using this technique and it looks really nice. It's dead easy, but it's really effective. And if you wanted to make a really detailed picture, all you do is pipe the bits in that you want in different colours and then let them dry in sections. It's also quite therapeutic, I think. I'm a bit of a perfectionist though, but I will warn you. We need another load in there. You don't even need to use a cocktail stick with this. Sometimes I use paper bags and I just use the edge of the bag to push it around with. But just for the sake of showing you, I will use a cocktail stick, as that is many people's preferred method. And you just push it round, make sure it fills in all the gaps. And then all we're going to do is drop a white marshmallow on each one of these, and then we're going to use some more royal icing once this has dried a little bit to decorate them, to make them look like snowmen. So for all you Frozen fans out there, you can make a Frozen, or you can make a melted Olaf. You can use whatever colours you like. You can use whatever things you like to decorate your snowman. I tried to get hold of some black non-pearls, but I couldn't find any. So I'm going to have to pipe all the detail on, which isn't such a hardship when it's just a carrot nose and a couple of buttons for eyes. Buttons? Bits of coal. You suppose you could use chocolate chips. You could use, you can get the little black non-perils, like I said. I just couldn't find any in our shops. There's all sorts you could use. You can even get pens and draw them on. Edible pens. A really nice finish on this, I think, would be a bit of edible glitter. But again, I couldn't find any. I do feel sorry for people that live here in New Zealand. I can't find any of my normal baking supplies. It's a bit rubbish. So when I come back from the UK after Christmas, I shall be bringing in quite a bit of things back with me, I think. So that I can show you some more techniques. So we're nearly there. It's a bit faffy, but it's worth it and it's really relaxing. We're nearly there. A little bit of royal icing goes quite a long way with this. So the recipe I made up, which should decorate, I reckon, about 15 cookies, hopefully, fingers crossed, was just 2 egg whites and as much icing sugar as I could get it to take, really. Usually works out, if you use silver spoon icing sugar, for all those people in the UK, 2 egg whites is one box, normal small box of icing sugar, usually, depending on the size of your eggs and how much white you get out of them. You can add a little bit of lemon juice as well if you want a nice flavour. But when you put them on cookies, it don't really matter. So there we go. We've got a little bit of an air pocket there, I can see. So if you feel like you've got an air pocket anywhere, just give it a bit of a mush with a cocktail stick. You can always just tap it out. And then on top of that, we are going to place a little marshmallow, which will become the head of our melted snowman. These aren't the nicest looking marshmallows in the world, but it's all I could get my hands on. So I'll come back and show you what we need to do next. Okay, so we've got our lovely melting snowman. And now my next step for me, I am going to add some detail to the top of the snowman's head. So I'm going to add some little tiny holly leaves. And to do this, let me just zoom in so you can see. Oh, hang on. We need to move this out of the way because it's not focusing. Focus! That's better. Right, so I'm going to show you how to make some little leaves. So this is the paper bag, which is much easier to use when you do this. And I'm literally snipping a tiny, hopefully you can see that, little triangle in the end of my bag, and all this does is it gives us, I'll pipe on the table so you can see, a little like leaf. I don't think you can see that. You will see when I put it on his head. So this is gonna hopefully, just wipe that out of the way, show us a little, give us a little holly leaf that we can pipe on his head. So we're just gonna push, lift a little, and I'm gonna do 3 little leaves. It's not quite holly, but it's the right colours. My icing's a little bit soft. The joys of royal icing, you've got to faff with it a little bit to get it the right consistency. And I've let it sit for too long. Let's just take that bit off. Let's try that leaf again. That's better. And then, using some red in a piping bag, I'm going to take the tiniest amount off the end of that. Is that going to be enough to squish? Yeah. And then I'm going to put 3. 1, 2. This probably would have been better in a piping tube, but you get the drift. Little holly leaf on his head. There we go. So I'm going to continue doing that with all my others. I'm going to try and get that bit of green off his head there. And then that's going to come off. You get my drift. Right, so this one's melting completely off. Let's pull him back on. Right, so the next step in my assembly of my little snowman here is a nose. Because no snowman's complete without a carrot nose. So I've got some orange icing in a little piping tube. And I'm just gonna really gently pipe in a little carrot nose. And then I'll fill in his eyes on the next step. So we'll do another one. It's quite hard to see what you're doing. And it's not sticking very well. Like I said, an easy way to do these might be to buy some pens, gel pens or icing pens and just draw them in. But I'm a faff and I like to ice when it doesn't dry out. So it's finally time to bring these little babies to life. Let's give them a face. So we want 2 fairly big dots for their eyes. Try and keep them even. It's quite hard. These marshmallows are really powdery, so nothing's really sticking to them properly. And then some small dots. Hopefully you don't have as many issues as me with these marshmallows. But if you're not confident with the piping bag, like I said, you can buy gel pens or you can buy food colouring pens. You can just draw straight on them. And there he is. So all that's left to do is we're going to give him a scarf, and then he needs some buttons. In fact, I might pipe the buttons on now. He's all melted. Go, Mr. Snowman. But they're coming together nicely now. Oh no, I've got black on him. One thing to be careful of is getting colour transfer on other things. And that's because I've got it all over my fingers. So don't be scared to make all your snowmen look different, because then they can all be little individuals. Apologies for the background noise. My neighbours have nicely decided it's time to cut some hedges down. But just one last finishing touch for these little bad boys. We're going to give him a scarf. So I've got a flat piping tube and I'm just going to run it. I can't really see what I'm doing. Ah! Try again, Joe. So I've got a flat piping tube and I'm just going to run it all the way around, hopefully in a nice clean line. Nope, I'm not going to run it around in a nice clean line because I just dropped the line. Okay, you'll have to forgive me, I need a bit of practice in filming and concentrating on what I'm doing. Hopefully I can get that to lie across there and look like a scarf. There he is. His mouth's covered up. Could have done a better job. Let's try another one. Slightly different technique that time, but that works. How cute. So there you have them, our gorgeous little snowman biscuits, all melty and looking yummy. They're all little individuals. I think you'll be pleased with the result, and I'm sure that your friends would go mad for them. So I hope you enjoyed my little tutorial. Recipe for the biscuits is down below and also in the previous video. If you like this video, please give a quick like and subscribe to the channel. And if you can think of anything in particular that you want me to make Christmassy or any other theme, just drop me a comment down below and I will have a look and get on with it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.